right, before we talk about Obama, I would like you to pause when you have a chance and read this. This is chapter 11, verse 18 of Revelation. Pause that when you have a chance and read it. We're going to directly compare that with chapter 6 of Revelation, and I'd like you to pause and read verses 9, 10, and 11. These verses compared together, of course, keep in mind everything that you read or should understand now about Dan as being the judge in the last days. You can find that out in chapter 49 of Genesis, chapter 33 of Deuteronomy. You can look in Revelation and see that nowhere is Dan found in the saved of the tribulation period. Dan is not there. Okay, because Dan has been sealed, and Dan is going to return as a judge, as a wicked judge, as we just saw Ecclesiastes show us. So I'd like you to pause this, and I want you to know that this will prove 100% that man's judgment by God, by the true God, is in spirit after he is passed. And it will tell you that simply right here. It says, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. Well, the time of the dead means they're already dead. Then they should be judged, just as the Bible says. So this is going to reveal a lot more than that, a whole lot more than that. It's actually going to tie up to the Georgia Guidestones, believe it or not. It's actually going to tell us who is doing this judgment, what the objective of the judgment is, and how it pairs up with his testimony right here. But I said I wanted to talk about Obama real quick in this paradox, so let's do that. For people that are believing that Obama is the Antichrist, mainly those that are being influenced by YouTube videos, by supposed Christians and others, they're saying that God is literally telling them that Obama is the Antichrist. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let me say this. Obama's the ringer, without a doubt. The paradox is that if you believe that Obama is the Antichrist, now, by default, you believe in the New Age Christ. Because the next one that comes is the New Age Christ. Nobody on the occult side, the satanic side, even the legends that deal with the return of Kukulkan Khan, the plumed serpent. He's supposed to be tall. He's supposed to be white. He's supposed to be blonde. None of these ancient prophecies of the return of this serpent god, just as we see Leviathan is tied to Apollyon as the king of the locust who is to rise from the abyss, it's the same serpent god. So this relates back to Enki. And then we have all the crop circles. Start going and looking at the crop circle videos and you see that they're saying that it's the return of Enki. They're not saying that it's Obama. So my point is that all of the New Agers, all of the occultic, they're looking for this world teacher. Just as the Bible describes that people will be convinced that this Antichrist is when he shows he's supposed to come with peace. He's supposed to woo everybody with charm. That's nothing that Obama's doing. So they're blinding you. And by default, you're believing in the New Age Christ that all these occultic, satanic, light bearer worshipers are waiting to arrive by default. Have you ever thought about that? Think about it. None of the prophecies of the ancient world, everybody knows this stuff is tied up to the pyramids, right? Look at the back of the dollar bill, look at the eye, look at the connection, think about the pyramids around the world, think about the ancient serpent kings, think about the Bible's relationship to the serpent, and then think about the return of who Enki is supposed to be. In the Sumerian tablets, he's known as the Nahesh, the serpent. He's the fallen prince, he's the Lord of the flowing waters. That is the AC. That is the one that will show us the world teacher, and you will believe in this New Age Christ if you're fooled into thinking that Obama is the supposed AC or the supposed world teacher. LOL.